Welcome back to the channel and to another new episode of 2K22's Things You Might Not Know. This one is episode number 10, but as always, check out the series playlist, link on the screen for any you might have missed. Here we go again, more secrets, Easter eggs, hidden features, and awesome details. This is 10 things you might not know about WWE 2K22. So let's kick this one off with the biggest thing from this past week's 1.12 update. Now, as covered previously in the series, there were quite a few superstars that were exclusive to either the My Faction mode or My Rise mode that were modded downloads from this year's community creations. The good news now, and what you might not know, is that the superstars are now gradually becoming officially added to this year's roster. The 1.12 update added 7, with these names including Alexa Bliss, King Booker, King Corbin, Nikki Cross, Shinsuke Nakamura, more older modern Shawn Michaels, and Dominic Dijakovic. To get these names on your roster, simply make sure your game is updated to the latest patch. So 2 of those names we just mentioned were Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And another addition via the update is that these 2 versions of the superstars are now set as a tag team by default. Now, even though these motions were in the game already, now their entrance is more official. It now comes complete with proper tag team commentary.
Cross seemed to be destined to be a loner in WWE, but somehow found a friend in Alexa Bliss.
They've won the WWE Women's Tag Team titles on multiple occasions. Byron, you're a bit weird and eccentric like Nikki. What does Alexa find in Nikki Cross to make them good partners?
I think Alexa Bliss just appreciates the uniqueness of Nikki Cross. And speaking of unique, how about the nickname, which I love? Bliss Cross Applesauce, greatest team name ever.
That certainly sounds like something you'd enjoy, Saxton.
Another of the additions from the 1.12 update is the addition of Retribution's 4-man entrance. Now, this was previously available on PC via modded files, but it is now officially working as part of this year's game. To view this, simply have all 4 members of Retribution make their way to the ring, for example as a 2-on-2 tag with 2 managers at ringside. So moving on from the update, let's now talk DLC, specifically DLC Vader. Now, as we know, Vader is now on the roster via the Most Wanted DLC pack, but what you might not know is that unlike some other names on the roster, his mask can be removed. So for this one, no trick required, simply remove it as you would normally in this year's Creation Suite, which is an awesome little detail from wanting to play with an alternative unmasked version of Vader. Speaking of Vader and the Most Wanted DLC pack, another awesome detail that the pack has added is a bunch of brand new rivalry commentary for its featured DLC superstars. This special commentary includes lines for Dragunov vs Walter, Cactus Jack vs Triple H, Vader vs Cactus Jack, Boogeyman vs JBL, Boogeyman vs Booker T, and most likely even more.
So much has been said by both superstars. The cerebral assassin claimed of all the crash and burn moments in Cactus Jack's career. Tonight's match is one the hardcore icon won't come back from.
I don't care about the myth that is Cactus Jack. Simply put, making your name in bingo halls and barbed wire brawls does not prepare you to step onto the battlefield with the game.
The only thing these men can agree on is there will be no remorse for the pain they will inflict on one another.
Cactus Jack comes in saying he's tired of Triple H's tyranny, and it's time for the King of Hardcore to rise.
Look, Cactus is making a mistake in questioning Triple H's decisions. Jack's gonna find out that Triple H is not only the King of Kings, but can be the King of Hardcore himself.
One by one, the Boogeyman has terrorized every member of JBL's cabinet. Now JBL is ready to punish the Boogeyman for his sins.
It's one thing to pop up backstage and scare folks, but now the Boogeyman has to pay for his antics. And if I know anything about JBL, he'll always make you pay.
Yeah, you should see the tab he left me with last night, and I wasn't even at the restaurant.
Booker T has suffered countless physical and mental attacks at the worm-grubbing hands of the boogeyman. Tonight, he rids himself of the monster that has terrorized him to no end.
Booker T has won countless titles and has beaten all of the big names in WWE, but he's never been able to slay the boogeyman. Tonight, he's hoping to finally send Boogeyman back to the bottomless pit.
You can sense a car crash coming in this one. The battles between Ilya Dragunov and Walter have spanned continents. The Tsar told me tonight we'll see him brutalize Walter for as long as he chooses.
And as Dragunov has said, he's climbed the mountain that is Walter before, and he can do it again.
You can bet Walter's going to have something to say about that. You can't just step into this sacred ground without earning some battle wounds. This clash will personify pain and suffering for both superstars. Walter warned Dragunov, saying he's even more powerful now than he was when they battled for supremacy in NXT UK.
Now, Walter feels that he cannot continue to ascend the ranks in WWE without a final decisive victory over Ilya Dragunov. To me, Walter wants another opportunity to rid himself of his fiercest competition.
These men are not going to display any sympathy. This is going to be brutal.
This clash is not for the squeamish. Cactus Jack said tonight he will unleash a new form of destruction on Vader and avenge the Mastodon's atrocities of the past.
If Jack's replaying past battles with Vader, then you know he's carrying nothing but deranged thoughts in his mind for this match.
Vile words from Vader before the match. Vader said he made a mistake not ending Cactus Jack's career when he had the chance.
And just to add more insult to injury, Vader said he'll make up for that mistake here tonight.
Yeah, and Vader made sure Cactus received that message in the one good ear he has left.
Sticking with DLC special commentary, but taking it back now to the Banzai pack, as another awesome detail that you might not know about is that each of the 5 names featured in that pack will feature brand new special WrestleMania commentary.
Casey excited to be part of WrestleMania.
Casey's so excited, she might just climb to the top of the stadium.
Why on earth would anyone do that, Saxton? That's ridiculous. Casey Catanzaro is here to win championships, not climb structures.
I mean, it would be amazing to watch, Corey.
Why don't you give it a shot? I promise I'll catch you.
The grandest stage of all is the only stage that can fit Omos.
The Colossus made his WWE debut at WrestleMania, winning the tag team titles alongside AJ Styles.
Well, I'm sure Omos will have even more colossal WrestleMania moments to come. Yokozuna, very familiar with success at WrestleMania, defeated Bret Hart for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 9.
Yeah, but Yoko also owns the dubious distinction of being the only man to win and lose the WWE title at the same WrestleMania. The Samoan Bulldozer looks ready to unleash brutality on the grandest stage of them all.
We've seen that brutality taken out on the likes of Batista and Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. We got to believe that trend's going to continue tonight.
We might have a WrestleMania dance party tonight.
Oh, one can only hope.
Well, Rikishi's had multiple tag team victories at WrestleMania, but the question remains, can the big man shine by himself at the Showcase of Immortals?
So we have covered a bunch of unique animations in this series already, and today another that we can add to that list. This one admittedly a smaller one, but nonetheless a nice little detail for us to feature. So we're now talking about Hulk Hogan, who features this unique rope rebound animation. Now not only does this take place during a leg drop, but anytime Hogan rebounds off the ropes. This motion is exclusive to Hogan and is available for both regular and Hollywood versions. Sticking with unique animations, next up one for The Undertaker, who features his own unique mid-match run-in. Now despite this one not being new, it does remain an awesome detail that some still might not be aware of. To get this, either use the run-in payback when you're in a team with the dead man, or alternatively set up a run-in in this year's Universe mode.
Perfect time to attack when his guard is down.
Well, in a bet, I'm not the only one happy to see the lights back.
But no kidding, there are literally strangers hugging each other.
Taker has him up. Here we go.
Tombstone! Good night.
The lights are back, but I'm still feeling a bit uncomfortable, guys.
Next up, some interesting hometown names that you might not be aware of. So the game features a big list of actual towns, as well as ones entirely made up that can make for pretty awesome details for your custom superstars. Some of these can be found under Miscellaneous, including the Bottomless Pit, Death Valley, The Future, the Nearest Nightclub, and Wherever He Wants. With others listed under fictional, including Authority Megacorp HQ, The Edge of Reality, Stillwater, as well as your darkest fears. Not to mention, as standing at 7 feet tall, that can make for an awesome intro for a giant superstar. And last up today, old but gold, we have got unique super finishers. Now again, these are not new for 2K22, but do remain in this year's game, and do remain as awesome as ever. Today we have got 5 to cover, each as a unique counter for a specific superstar. So we have got this super choke slam for Kane, which is a reversal of an avalanche facebuster. Likewise, this version of the choke slam for The Undertaker as a reversal of the same move. There is the Super AA, which is John Cena's unique reversal to the facebuster also. The Rock with a Super Rock Bottom, which is his unique reversal to the Avalanche Spanish Fly. And fifth and finally, there is the always awesome Super RKO for Randy Orton, which is his unique reversal to the Avalanche Scissor Whip. As always, share me in the comments any suggestions for future episodes in this series, and stay tuned for more like this coming to the channel soon. Until next time, this has been 101, and I will see you all on the next one.